Welcome to our channel, where we update the latest, most thrilling and surprising episodes of the hit TV series Beyond the Gates. If you are a fan of stories interwoven with secrets, conspiracies and unexpected shocks in a seemingly perfect upper-class community, then you are in the right place. Today, we bring you a development that will make viewers hold their breath. Chelsea is shocked to discover that Dani is pregnant, and the question that shocks the entire community is, who is the father of the child? Chelsea could not have imagined that one day the woman she once trusted and accompanied through so many ups and downs would hide such a terrible secret. The truth was revealed suddenly, without warning, and like a sharp knife stabbed straight into the fragile trust she once had for Dani. That morning, Chelsea had only intended to stop by the clinic to pick up a copy of the lab records for a simple community service. But fate had arranged for her to witness a moment that would decide everything. On the table was a forgotten medical file with Dani's name, the date of the last checkup, and a clear ultrasound image of the fetus. Chelsea was stunned. She couldn't believe her eyes. A series of thoughts raced through her head. Dani was pregnant, but no one knew. And what was even more terrifying was that the father of the baby seemed to be a secret that Dani was determined to keep at all costs. Chelsea's emotions immediately shifted from shock to suspicion. Why was Dani hiding this? If it was a healthy relationship, why cover it up? Chelsea recalled Dani's strange behavior lately. From withdrawing from community activities, constantly using tiredness as an excuse to not show up at meetings, to avoiding glances when asked about their personal lives. Every little action now became clearer than ever. Chelsea felt betrayed, not only by the secret, but by the silence that continued like a knife silently stabbing deep into their friendship. From that moment on, Chelsea was haunted by the biggest question: who was the father? Each man in the community began to appear in her mind like pieces of a puzzle that needed to be arranged. Tyrell was the first name to stand out. His ambiguous relationship with Dani had been the subject of speculation, although both had always denied it. But then, Chelsea wondered. Was Tyrell really the one? He had changed a lot, becoming quiet, looking at Dani with eyes that contained something that could never be explained. Is there something deeper than a secret affair? Or is it the obsession of a man who is responsible? Chelsea begins to follow Dani more closely, not to judge, but to understand. But the more she observes, the more she sees that Dani lives in fear. As if she is harboring a secret that could destroy everything if exposed. And then, fate brings Chelsea closer to the truth once again. A forgotten security video in the mansion's system captures Dani leaving Bill's room late one night, staggering, eyes red and face full of panic. Chelsea freezes for a second time. If that was the moment of conception, and if Bill was involved, then this is no longer a private matter. It is a bomb ready to explode, with a series of political, moral and social consequences that no one could have foreseen. Bill, a powerful, ambitious man at the center of many dark mysteries in the community, was the last person Chelsea wanted to believe was involved. But the video did not lie. Dani's eyes in the video were pleading for help, but also filled with shame and despair. Chelsea knew that if this story were to spread, it could destroy not only Dani's reputation, but also the already rotten network of relationships within the entire community. However, what angered Chelsea the most was Bill's cruel silence. When confronted, he neither denied nor confirmed, but only kept a cold silence like ice. No explanation, no expression of emotion, as if he was waiting to see what Chelsea would do with the piece of the puzzle she had just obtained. And then, Chelsea turned back to Dani, the only person who could confirm the truth. She could no longer keep her composure. The accusations, the frustration, the pain that had been pent up inside her now burst out like a storm. Dani couldn't take the pressure anymore. She confessed everything. One fateful night. One irreversible mistake. A mental wound that she wanted to hide forever. And most of all, the fear that the child would not be welcomed if the truth came to light. Chelsea didn't know whether to be angry, to cry, or to hug her once close friend. In that moment, all moral, emotional, and rational limits were pushed to the limit. She understood that Dani's every action came not from calculation, But from fear of losing her reputation, fear of being judged, fear of the child growing up in the cold. But that didn't lessen the fact that a child was preparing to be born in the darkness of secrets, in the terrible silence of adults. Chelsea knew this story wasn't over. It was just beginning. As the truth gradually came out, more people would be caught up in the scandal's whirlwind. Relationships that seemed strong would be tested. And people who seemed unrelated would be exposed with the dark sides they had previously tried to hide. Dani's child is more than just an innocent child, he's at the center of a case that could shake every level of this elite community. We'll continue to update you on the next tense developments of this tragic and dramatic story in the next videos. If you don't want to miss any twists and turns, don't forget to follow and subscribe to our channel today so you don't miss a single moment of Beyond the Gates' journey to uncover the secrets and hidden truths.